Silus. Everybody know me from Facebook and YouTube. I got a book coming out. I'm the guy that say the sperm is the spirit. So everybody kind of confused on that. The sperm is the spirit. You know, the sperm went into the egg.
Right.
Never left the egg. That's you. So everybody you see is the sperm cell that got the egg. But for some reason we forgot that. So we look at everything from the perspective of the egg as opposed to looking at it from the perspective of the sperm, which is the spirit. And if you go all the way back to the beginnings, you had the proton, neutron, electron. The electron is the sperm cell of the spirit. That's the electrical charge. And it basically intermingle with the proton and neutron. And that's how you get the atom. And that's how you get the life and the light and all of that. So I just want people to know that the sperm is the spirit, so they can understand things a little better, because that's how everything pretty much starts from. It starts from the beginnings. We keep starting from the middle, like the third dimension, this life right here, as opposed to starting from basically the beginnings, quarks and leptons and gluons. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. I got a book coming out, Sperm is the Spirit. I'm trying to get it published. I don't really know all of this part of it.
That's what's up right there. That's gonna be powerful. I'm gonna be looking for that book for my brother right here. Yo, you know who this is, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yo, Gano.
Yes, sir.
You never seen this brother?
Peace, King. How are you?
They look real good. All right. He might look a little older because of the gray and all that.
I got gray too, I'm old.
Yeah, okay, that's what's up.
Tell them some of the movies you played and you starred in.
Oh man, I hate doing that, man. But I mean, yo, man, I was in this, I was in that. No, I'm just
in too deep. Yeah, but he did a few ones. He did a few. Tell him some of them.
But that's my joint, it's too deep.
Yeah. But it's been a couple.
Good to meet you, man.
Good to meet you, King. Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
What's the other one? The Oz? The Oz.
Shaft, Hannibal, Bomb the System. It's been a few things. Yeah. I just think, you know what it is? I have to say this. I think it's so narcissistic for somebody to have to talk about their resume. Well, I was in this, I was in that.
No,
I personally don't like doing that, but right. Yeah. I would rather say, if you go to imdb.com and type up Gano Grills, the whole movies that I forgot I did will all come up, you know, but that's just my personal preference, right. You know.
You working on anything?
Yes.
Yeah,
Angels, Gods, and Altar Seminar. This is going to be June the 12th in Atlanta, and looking forward to it. And on the other side, the day before, I'll be activating people's Kundalini, and that's going to be on June the 11th in Atlanta. So I'm looking forward to that.
And the Kundalini and all of that. Okay. What you think about the Kundalini? Because I think everybody got it wrong, but I don't know.
Well, that's a simple question with a very broad answer. You would have to lens that in terms of what aspect of the Kundalini, because it's major, it's endless. What's the
main point of the Kundalini?
Okay.
Because everybody think it's like an awakening thing.
Right. No, that would be really more of enlightenment. Enlightenment is various shifts in awakening on different levels, but the Kundalini is this right here. So Kundalini sits at the base of your spine, and it is
energy, right?
Right. It's like a battery, and when it awakens, it goes like this. It moves up the spine, and it lights up the chakra points. By the time it gets to here, and it shoots out, it opens up the turnpike for the senses from 8 to 16. You have higher senses. It's like I was talking to Sanetti's son, and he was saying one day he heard a voice that said, let me take a deck of cards and break it down into 5 stacks. And then the voice said, take a guess at which card is on the top of them. So he guessed each card and what number it was. It wasn't the suit, but it was the card. So he said, yeah, man, it's funny how that thought came to my mind. I said, no, your higher self descended into your body and gave you that as an exercise. And there were times where the Kundalini opens up and it travels up the spine, and it gives you these moments of clarity, and it gives you empirical thought. And and you can't prove it, but it accesses you to unknown knowledge, and that's an example of what the Kundalini can do. And there's many different things that it has available for you.
All right, with the Kundalini, this is what I think. I'm gonna say this is what I know. The Kundalini come from Hinduism, and that was their way of breaking down the orgasm. See the coiled energy at the base of the spine,
right?
It uncoils into the penis, and this is how you get the sperm cell in the semen. And basically, when you having sex, the moment you orgasm, that will be your enlightenment, your enlightening moment. That'll be the heavenly bliss feeling that you're supposed to get from the Kundalini. So the Kundalini is just the ancients breaking down sex and the orgasm. The same way we do now, we just got different words.
I vehemently disagree with you.
Why is that?
Because first of all, the Vedas, Hinduism did not discover Kundalini. They weren't the first ones that talk about it. And when you ejaculate or you have an orgasm, that is not enlightenment. It is an expression of the act of sex that coalesces with a mechanical ejaculation as well as an orgasm synergizing and releasing sperm, which is supposed to give life.
But it's that's what I'm about to say. That's the enlightenment.
Enlightenment is not that.
The life is the enlightenment.
Enlightenment is when
you're alive.
No, that's not true. When you're alive, you're alive. When you're awakened, you're illuminated and you're somewhat conscious. But enlightenment is not an ejaculation. That's not what it is, brother.
When you release the sperm, see, y'all take enlightenment as knowledge.
You're using, I have to say, not to cut you off, but I would say the way you're using it, you're using that as a euphemism to describe an orgasm, and the two are very different constructs. So that's why I say I respectfully disagree with that. I wouldn't call an orgasm enlightenment because I don't know that to be the case.
But that's
the wrong terminology.
But the term enlightenment doesn't necessarily mean knowledge. It can just mean light, bringing light, like bringing forth life. Like atom, like proton, neutron, the electron brings the light,
So
when you speak of enlightenment,
that's a scientific aperture that you're describing, and you're also conjecturing that enlightenment does not mean exactly that. That's not what it means either. You're taking a scientific term and saying that enlightenment possibly means that, but that's not the case. But actually, I'm not even here to debate you. Don't even try to get that. That's not. I don't do that. But I'm just saying that I would respectively disagree and say that enlightenment means that you are no longer subscribing to a lot of the programs that most people are in. You don't have third-dimensional consciousness of duality and polarity, disparity, the spirit of lack. It means that you have knowledge of things that were wiped away in history and mythology. Enlightenment gives you the ability to do things that most people cannot do. Enlightenment, if you study Padre Pio, he was able to bilocate and be in more than one place at the same time. This is a derivative of enlightenment. Enlightenment means you don't have to take in corporeal food. You can just take the prana from the air and live for days and days and days. That's also another form of enlightenment. And by the way, the Hindus and the Vedas illustrated that.
How do you know that what was written is right?
What was written in terms of what? You're not giving me anything.
What you just said. You said the brother that you just named, the brother you just named when you were speaking. Somebody you just named. You named someone's name.
The Vedas, you mean? The Hindus?
No, that's, yeah, I know the Vedas and all that. Okay. I'm talking about the person. You named the person.
Oh, you're talking about Padre Pio, right?
How do you know what was written on him was accurate?
Okay, well, if you study history...
But history not going to tell you if what was
I'm going to answer the question if you want me to answer the question. There are many different writings in history that substantiate the things that he did in World War II, and he was a real person, and he is a saint, and that's how I know that it's true.
But the writings on him can be, it's like the Bible and the Torah and the Quran.
I'm not going to debate you, but I'm going to answer the question if you will allow me to. I've also gone into meditation and I've seen him for myself, so I know that he's a real being that was able. I'm not relying on that. So yeah, the Kundalini, brother, you definitely have a viewpoint on it, and it's really vast. So it's not, I don't have the totality of what the Kundalini is about. No one does. So you have something very interesting to bring to the table in terms of, you know, what you understand the Kundalini to be. I'm still learning. I'm always a perpetual student. I'm humble enough to say that the Kundalini is it's an infinite topic, really. But the things that I do know about it,
it's dealing with the spirit, though, right?
Absolutely. Well, it's dealing with something physical as well, because it's something that we all have, and it's a beautiful thing to explore. So that would be, you know, that answer to that question. Peace.